Hi, today we are making homemade pie in a jar. This is so much fun. I'm so excited to do this. We're gonna do this for Thanksgiving and have little pies on each of the plates for their pie after the yummy dinner. So what I've done, there's a couple things that you need to do to get ready for making pie in a jar. First, I'm gonna show you how to do the pie in a jar with making the pie crust. So first of all, what I did is I got on my apron, and if you haven't taken a class yet, this is a really fun class, how to make aprons, and you can find this in the Take a Class tab on my website, howtocraftandsew.com. The second thing you need to do is get out your supplies. So one of the things that you will definitely need are jars. I found these mason jars at Ace Hardware. You can find them online. Maybe sometimes you can find this size at Walmart. You might want to look online before you go. But this is a half pint mason jar. And you want the wide mouth and you want the half pint size. This is absolutely perfect for your pie in a jar. And to make the pie crust, I just used pre-bought pie crust at the grocery store that I found. So you can also do this with your own favorite pie crust recipe if you just can't stand to use store-bought stuff, but I think this works great and is just as easy. So let's get started. The first step I'm going to do is show you how to make the pie crust. What you do is you unroll the pie crust just like so. And I'm going to be making 12. So I have 3 pie crusts for the bottom and a couple extra pie crusts to decorate with. So what I'm going to do here, look, I've got this perfect square right here, is I'm going to just cut this in fourths, just like that. And I'll put those over here for later. Then you don't want to work too much with your pie crust, but you want to stretch it just a little bit, like so. You take your jar and you just gently push the pie crust in, and you just fold it and you work with it. Still be kind of gentle, but then you have to kind of mush it into place, like so. And as you can see, I'm just working the edges and I'm gently pushing in. As I push in, I'm pushing down at the bottom and I'm pushing and pulling up a little bit along the ridge, just like so. And I want it to come up over the top of the ridge like this, so that we can do something cute on the ridge. Now I had a little tiny hole in there and all I did is mush it around. It's okay if it's kind of layered like that. Right. So now we have the dough pushed through our jars just like this and it coming over the top. The next step we're going to do is to fill the jars. And it's okay that they look like this again. We're going to make them cute at the end. What you want to do now is let these chill in the fridge so you can get the other items prepared to make the filling, and let these just harden just a little bit. Okay, so for the apple pie recipe, it makes 8 of these jars. So I'm going to use about 6 apples. I love the Fuji apple. I think it bakes really well and I love the taste of it as well. And when they're nice and ripe, it's my favorite apple. And what you're going to do is, I've already washed the apples. You're going to peel the apples. Okay, now that we've got them peeled and cored, we're going to slice them. And I'm just going to slice them into thin strips, and then I'm going to cut them like this. So they're in nice little tiny bite-sized pieces like that. Okay, the next step is the filling, and what you do is you go over to your stovetop and you are going to melt 1 cube plus 2 tablespoons of butter. And I'm over here, if you can pan in here, and I'm just melting the butter. Now I'm going to add a 1/3 cup of flour into this sauce, and you're going to whisk it quickly and get out all of the lumps. I've got this on medium-high heat, and it's just super easy, fun like this. Now I'm going to let this cook while I stir it for just about 2 minutes because I want it to get nice and brown and bubbly. Okay, now it's been 2 minutes and you can see it's turning into a lovely golden brown color. I'm going to add in 1 cup of sugar, just like so, and keep stirring it around. I'm going to add in a 1/4 cup brown sugar and keep stirring it. In fact, I'm going to turn this down to simmer right here. I'm going to add in a teaspoon of cinnamon and a 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg. We love that. Sometimes I even add in more cinnamon. A pinch of salt, about 1/8 teaspoon. Stir that around. And then a tablespoon of lemon juice. All right. Stir that around, and you just need it for about another 30 seconds or so on simmer. Okay, our next step is we're going to add this into the apples. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add all of this yummy sugary sauce to the apples. And, whoops, sorry. Okay, then I'm going to stir this around. Okay, so I just got these out of the fridge, and the next thing you're going to do is fill them up just like so, and you are going to press them into the pie, your cute little pie. Okay, this is the fun part. We're going to top our pies. We've got our pie crust here. This is our extra pie crust. You're going to take the rim of the jar lid and you're going to just dig down on here, just like so. And we are going to put it on top of the jar, just like this. So I'm going to take again, I'm going to show you again. I'm going to dig in here like this and just cut around it like so. And I'm going to take it on top of the jar. Then I'm going to show you how to do it. I'll show you on this one. You're going to push it in on top of the pie, and I'm combining the bottom and the top two together. Just like this. I'm pinching them together, and if you want, you can take just a tiny bit of water and pinch them together too. Like that. And you can see I've pushed it down just a little bit. Now what you're going to do is you're going to make your cute decoration on the side, and I'm going to just pinch it like this and have it be kind of cute, fluted up at the top. Pinch it together. Just like this. And kind of bring it together there at the end. So you can see I've got it like that. Then what I have is I have these really cute little extra, these are leaf shapes, cookie cutters, and I'm going to cut out a couple leaf shape cookie cutters. I'm going to use just a little tiny bit of water on them and put them in the middle. And I've got this one just like this. I'm going to put them in the middle like that. I'm going to use one more cute one like this. A little bit of water. And I'm going to just top it like so. Now you need to have a little tiny slit in here to let the air escape. So I'm going to put some slits on it. Like this. And this is going to be such a cute little pie decoration. The next thing you do is you get an egg and you take a little pastry brush like this and you just top the very tops of the pie like this. And this will give it a really nice finish. Okay, I'm going to top the rest of these and show you some more ideas. So once you get all of your tops done, we're going to bake them at 350 for 50 minutes. apple pies are done in the oven, so let's get those out. Check these out. And here we have fresh homemade pie in a jar apple pie right from the oven.